Hi, I'm Carissa Moore. I'm a professional surfer, and this is how I work it.
From home. I didn't have time to even put a shirt on, so I'm doing the interview in my bathing suit.
I'm going to take you through 24 hours of my beauty and wellness routine. I am a 4-time WSL World Surfing Champion. I've been surfing for 22 years. There's no better training for surfing other than surfing.
I'm at home on the island of Oahu. I feel very fortunate that in Hawaii, my daily routine hasn't changed too much.
I'm pretty much in the water every day, depending on the surf conditions. I'm either in the water from an hour to 5 or 6 hours if it's really good. On an average 2-hour surf session, I can catch up to 25 to 30 waves. Just depends. There is a lot of sitting involved. Outside of that, I like to spend 1 to 1.5 hours in the gym, around 5 to 6 times a week. I think the most challenging part of being a professional surfer would probably be the traveling, the mental side of things, just staying happy and making sure that you're super present, not overwhelmed, too nervous, pressuring out. The best part of surfing are those days when it's just the sun is out, just the feeling of salt on my skin, and getting to share really fun waves with friends or family. It's just pure bliss. I love it.
Good morning, guys. It's 6:30 a.m. and I'm just starting my day.
I'm an early bird. I like to wake up around 5:36 a.m. I naturally wake up really early, but I always set an alarm. When I first open my eyes, one of the things that I try to do before I start my day is not reach for my phone. I try to lay in bed, just take a couple deep breaths, and in my head I like to list 3 things that I'm grateful for.
Today I'm grateful for my health and my family's health. I'm grateful for the gift of surfing and being able to get in the ocean every day and do something that I love. And I'm grateful to live in a beautiful place and have a nice home.
I love that time of the day when no one's really up yet. It's just nice to have some time to myself.
And then I give this guy a kiss. Good morning.
I brush my teeth, wash my face just with some cold water. I don't wear any makeup when I go surfing. There's just more to worry about. I'd rather keep it super simple and just focus on the task at hand. And I've definitely had leftover mascara from an event the night before and it just starts running in the water. So mascara is a big no. And then I'll go into the kitchen and make myself a green tea latte. When I was younger, I used to love eating something like the minute I woke up, but now I like to surf on a more empty stomach.
I like to fuel myself with a Go Macro bar before my first training session of the day, and my favorite flavor is maple sea salt.
My goal on a daily is to drink 2 to 3 32-ounce hydro flasks a day.
So 96 ounces every day.
I have adopted a new puppy. Her name is Maya. She just made 6 months. She wakes me up with puppy kisses every morning and we cuddle at night. It's the best. And we also have another dog, Tuffy. He's 7. Tuffy is indifferent, but Maya is like the little sister that just wants to do everything her big brother does.
Around 7 a.m., I'll pack up my car with my towel, my surfboard, my swimsuit, whatever I need, and I'll head to the beach. I give myself 30 to 45 minutes to do a little yoga session and warm up. For me, it's really important. Now at 27, I feel so old. I used to just jump straight into the water, but now I have to do a full warm up routine and make sure my body's ready. I usually just get either a rash guard or wetsuit on or my swimsuit and board shorts, wax up my board a little bit. My dad and I will assess the conditions and kind of talk about our daily goals and objectives for the surf session. And I'll say a little prayer and then I'll jump into the ocean. I started surfing when I was about 5 years old, and it was all thanks to my dad. He pushed me into my first wave at Waikiki Beach. We'd go and we'd tandem surf, which is we'd surf on the same board, and then we'd go on the beach and we'd build sandcastles, and he just made it super fun for me in the beginning.
I want to be a pro surfer so that I can travel the world with my board, and that's really what I want to do, just enjoy surfing.
I love that my dad is my coach. I'm not gonna lie, it's imperfect. Over the years, we've had some big blow-ups. There's nobody I would rather share this journey with than him. He knows me better than anyone, so he's able to push me and get me to that level that I don't think I would be able to take myself. After 22 years of doing this together, we're in a really good place. He always tells me that his goal was to teach me how to surf so that I would fall in love with it and never leave Hawaii, and mission accomplished. I bought a house and I'm never leaving.
To paddle out for my first training session of the day. Sunbum is my favorite sunscreen.
I'm a part of the Sunbum Ohana, so they've literally given me all their products under the sun and I love them all. I definitely like their 50 SPF zinc colored one. You can see it on your face and know where it's protecting.
And
also love to wear my Hurley rash guard.
I actually ride for Hurley, an awesome surf brand. They make great rash guards that are SPF approved, and they protect you from the sun. We usually surf in the early hours of the morning or late in the afternoon to avoid those peak hours in the middle of the day. I reapply my sunscreen probably every 60 to 90 minutes if I can. If the surf is really good though, I usually don't follow that rule, and sometimes I'll get a little sunburn.
I've been trying to do a better job of putting it on before every surf. I've been spending a lot of time outside surfing and in the water, so gotta protect your skin. I have been able to train the whole time. So we have been allowed to get in the water and surf from the very beginning. That they saw it as a form of exercise, and being in the water, it isn't too hard to maintain the social distance. You're always sitting more than 6 feet away from the next person. Because the water is constantly moving, you're having to move. I'm never too close to anybody. I think the ocean has taught me so many lessons that parallel with life. And I think the whole idea that Mother Nature is very unpredictable. There's never any one day that is the same for me when I paddle out to go surfing. There's no same wave, there's no same wind, there's always maybe a different current. There is that sort of surrender, and you have to really let go and feel.
I think that's one of the things that I really love about the sport, is that it is constantly changing, and you do have to flow and adapt.
The state of flow for me is just when you are completely present, you've let go, and there isn't much thinking involved. It's just that like active doing. You're giving everything that you have, all of your emotion, all of your energy into giving your very best to what's right in front of you. So I believe that's what state of flow is.
I think that's a really good lesson for life in a lot of ways. You have to be able to just smile and laugh at it if it doesn't go exactly according to plan, and make the best out of it. Surfing will be in the 2020 Olympics, and I have to admit, when I was first starting out, I never dreamed of qualifying for the Olympics or surfing, you know, a part of the games. And it's an honor. It's an honor to qualify. I'm so excited to be a part of history and to just experience like the opening ceremony and the village, and being able to like go to those events live that I've always watched in my living room with my family.
It definitely was a little bit of a bummer to have the Olympics postponed till 2021. I truly do believe it was in the best interest of everybody to have it postponed.
Surfing has never been a part of the Olympics, so I don't really know what to expect. There wasn't really a letdown, and honestly, I'm just grateful that it's still happening in 2021 and I'm still on the team. So it's just another year to prepare and let the anticipation build.
One of the things that I started doing this year is I now work with a sports psych, and I actually highly recommend everyone should have someone that they talk to, if it's a therapist or a sports psych or just a really good friend. For me, it's just helped so much to clear things, to be able to ask questions and have someone to help you resolve, get to those answers. I think mental health is huge and super important, and it's a huge part of what we all do. Our mind controls everything, so it's important to be happy.
There are definitely a lot of things that I've learned through working through a sports psych that I continue to apply to my everyday life, and that has really helped me stay positive during this time. Focusing on what's right in front of me and being super present has really helped me to not get overwhelmed. Everything is super uncertain right now, and there's no solid plans, and so that freaks me out. So I'm just being like, okay, well, what is certain is what's right in front of me. I've also been trying to like look at the big picture, and the big picture overall, everything is really good in my life, so I can't really complain. I also try to do my best not to compare with what everyone else is doing. One good thing is no one's doing too much, so there's no FOMO. We're kind of all in the same boat right now. But yeah, trying not to compare or overthink what everyone else is doing and be as present as possible has really helped me.
Before any heat or big competition, I mean, I'm not crazy superstitious or anything, but I do have a routine of listening to music. I really like Billie Eilish right now. And I always talk to my coach and my dad about, you know, the conditions and strategy and what my plan is. And I say a quick prayer and I give my husband a kiss, and I'm good to go. Being a professional surfer, I'm pretty much living out of a suitcase half a year or more, lugging around big board bags, sleeping on airport grounds, trying to find good food to eat, make sure you're rested, adjusting to time zones, figuring out boards and different conditions, and getting ready for the contest. There's a lot that goes into what we do.
Usually I'm on the road quite a bit. I'm just home now.
I've definitely racked up the hours on the airplane. I highly recommend compression socks, drinking lots of water, packing your own snacks because a lot of the airplane food is super salty. It's just a really comfy jacket, stuff like that. I always sneak a little Polaroid of my husband in my bag, just in case he's not traveling with me. So it depends on what the surf is looking like. I'll usually go straight to the beach. I'll surf for 2 hours. My hair is naturally colored from the sun. I'm pretty low maintenance. I don't really put anything in my hair before I jump in the surf. I do put It's a 10, a leave-in conditioner afterwards, which really helps to keep it from frying and drying out. When I'm in the ocean and I'm surfing, I just want my hair out of my face. So it's either we call it a tita bun in Hawaii, or a braid, or just a ponytail. All the aunties in Hawaii, they get their hair and they tie it in a big bun on top of their head. And we call it a tita bun. Like the women we're just like, if you're tough, you're a tough woman, you're called a tita. I call myself a tita. I mean, I have butterflies and sparkles on my nails right now. But I always go with gel because I'm in the water and I'm pretty rough with my hands. And so it'll chip pretty easy if I just have normal nail polish. So gel's the way to go. If we're gonna talk about foot care, the best way to make sure that my feet are ready for surfing is to walk around barefoot everywhere. If you come back home with me in Hawaii and you find me in the supermarket, I'm barefoot. If you find me walking on the rocks at the beach, I'm barefoot. If I'm eating lunch with my mom, I'm barefoot. It's pretty funny. Having your feet just kind of constantly stimulated. We use them for grip on our surfboard, so it's really important to have your feet ready to go.
Not so much lately. I have not been walking around everywhere barefoot just because I'm trying to be clean and as sanitary as possible.
It's funny when I go get a pedicure and they're like, hey, do you want me to shave off all the dead skin? I'm like, no, leave it, I need it. My favorite post-surf meal, my husband owns a vegan soft serve business called Banan. It's all banana-based, and I actually have my own bowl there. It's an acai banana swirl with papaya, pineapple, strawberries, puffed quinoa, honey, and a big scoop of Magna honey butter. It's a really good snack. I'll usually head to the gym after for about an hour and a half.
We've still been allowed to get out and walk and run the whole time, so I've been able to exercise.
One of our favorite things to do is Tabata timing, and we just incorporate different exercises. Here we go. And Tabata timing is 20 seconds on or work and 10 seconds rest.
And then it's nap time.
It is 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and I'm planning on shutting my eyes for half an hour to an hour. Good night.
You ask anybody that knows me, they know that I'm a professional napper. I wake up so early that by midday I'm ready to hit the snooze button, and I think it's really important to refresh yourself.
Not much has changed in my routine, which has made me realize how much of a hermit I am, because I literally go surfing and then I come home and I hide out all day. I still take naps, I still am training and working out.
You kind of have to have a relaxed approach with the ocean. It is about adapting and going with the flow. You're pretty much at the whim of Mother Nature. If the swell is good in the morning, go surfing in the morning. If the tide's good in the afternoon, I'll probably wait till the afternoon. My day revolves around when the surf is gonna be good, and then everything else kind of just fits in. When I see a really good wave come in, you just kind of know there's something in you that just kind of lights up and you're like, oh, this is gonna be good. It just brings you so to the moment. You're right here, right now. It's about just being free and letting that inner Carissa flow through onto the wave. I love the spontaneity of surfing. I never know what I'm gonna do on the next wave. It just kind of comes as I react to the section that pops up. I think the best surfers in the world, it looks easy, it looks effortless, and they just look like they're totally in rhythm with the ocean. It looks like they're working together to create something beautiful. Usually around 5:30, that's when things start to settle down for me. I'll usually check in with my husband and see what the plan is. We'll either take our dog Tuffy for a beach walk, or we'll head home, we'll start cooking dinner, or I'll pick something up. And I love to get home early so we can eat dinner dinner, and then shower and get into bed and watch Netflix. That's literally the best way to end the day. I shower so much. I literally shower after every workout and every surf session. And the days that I don't surf, I still shower because I feel like I need to get my gills wet somehow. So yes, I'm showering all the time. I'm like constantly in the water or working out, so I don't use a daily moisturizer, but at night, that's when the real work gets done.
The last thing I do before bed is wash my face, brush my teeth, and then apply my favorite Origins ginseng lotion to my face.
And I really like the way that that one goes on. It's super smooth and it doesn't feel really sticky and it dries nicely. Body lotions, my go-to is Aveeno. Like I said, I just like lotions that dry nicely and aren't sticky when you get in your sheets. And for me, it's really hard to moisturize because I've noticed that if I put lotion on and then go surfing, I'm just sliding all over the place. You know, I've struggled with body positivity and self-confidence from a very young age, and I'm not gonna lie, I still have my challenges with it. I think it's really important for us as women to share our stories because I think we all, struggle with it in one way or another. There are so many different kinds of pressures that are put on us, and I think it's really important for us to embrace who we are and know that we're all made the way we are and have something special and unique to share with the world. And there's no specific mold. I think whatever mold you're in is the right one.
I started a nonprofit called Moore about a year and a half ago, and it really is a passion project that my dad and I really believe in. The whole goal is to use surfing as a platform to bring girls together in and around water, to encourage each other, to inspire each other. I truly believe we're stronger together. We all have our insecurities, our imperfections, and I feel if we're able to share those things, it'll really break down those barriers and bring us together. And the goal is to not only, share the knowledge of surfing, but to hopefully help the next generation of girls to just be good humans.
If I were to give any advice to a young girl growing up that wants to try surfing, I'd say go for it. It is the best sport. Face your fears, step outside your comfort zone, because that's when the magical stuff happens. That's the stuff for me that is the most satisfying, is when I do something that scares me or makes me feel uncomfortable. Never give up, because any journey is challenging and you're gonna fall down. But when you do catch that wave all the way to the beach, it's gonna feel that much sweeter. You really can do anything you put your heart and mind to.
I truly believe that love is our biggest goals in life. And for me, it definitely is a motivator on the daily. And I'm constantly checking in with my heart, making sure that what I'm doing feels right, and it all comes back to love.
It's one of the best feelings climbing into bed after a long day spent at the beach and training hard. I just feel so satisfied. Like I checked every box, I gave it everything that I have, and now I can rest and just let go.
Time for bed. 9:30 p.m. and start my day and end my day with puppy kisses. Good night, man.